You're doing just fine.
So I get to say, I love you and thank you. My heart is like...
You're gonna be an astronaut.
Systems are go. We're about 90 seconds from the launch of Space Shuttle Discovery.
Good morning. There are absolutely no prizes for guessing who is my guest today. Somebody who's much in the international news at the moment and is as excited as everybody, I think, Keisha Shahaf. Keisha, good morning to you.
Good morning, good morning. I'm so excited.
Sorry about that, couldn't resist that. Well, you know, they talk about going ballistic, but you actually are going ballistic, aren't you? Literally
wow,
to
it's
space.
very overwhelming because the hype doesn't stop. It just like keeps escalating. It's so wonderful and beautiful, the love that I'm receiving worldwide.
Well, yes, I mean, it's so exciting. Are you calm enough to be able to talk?
I'll try. It's early in the morning. I'm just waking up, so let's try.
Well, I have to say, a lot of my friends who know you say it couldn't happen to a nicer person.
Wow.
So I thought that was very nice.
Yeah.
Keisha, I mean, that obviously was an incredible surprise when Richard Branson turned up on your doorstep.
Yes, it was. It made my heart stop for a moment, but it was like, wow, what a dream, what a surprise just to see him.
Did you ever imagine that you would actually win that prize?
I felt like I could win the prize. I did feel that, to be honest. But it actually manifesting and happening was like, boom, you know, because I thought I was a finalist. And then when I made it to the finalist, I was like, wow, I actually made it to the finalist, but not realizing that, you know, they were kind of like pulling my leg that I actually won, and they were outside my door just waiting to come in and say it.
Well, obviously, everybody I think in the world has seen that little clip of you, and it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Love the suit, by the way. Love the space suit.
I'm embarrassed with the screaming, though.
You're not going to live that one down, but it's a lovely scream. It's a lovely scream. So, I mean, you said that you've always been fascinated by space. So, is this a kind of a long-held dream to actually go to space?
So I've always been a person who's different and not really feeling like I fit in, always wondering about life beyond Earth and just the whole expansion of the whole universe and everything. So I always wanted to be up there, always dreamt that, okay, maybe some aliens can just come pick me up. And
this is a much better way to do it.
You know? Then I got fascinated with like Star Wars, and you know, like it just opens your mind and you can actually see what it's like being in a spacecraft, like moving sonic speed, going to different galaxies. So I feel like this is just a step up to see what is up there. The greatest experience, the greatest adventure, just to like have a mind expanding. It's a lot more than just the physical. It's a lot to do with also the mind and grasping what's out there. Actually, you know, we're just floating around on this big planet, trusting gravity, trusting the atmosphere to keep us in place.
Well, that's why God put it all there. But
yeah.
It's going to be a little bit strange. I mean, are you apprehensive?
I think I am.
Yeah, I guess it would be silly. It'd be strange if you weren't. But you said that floating in space, you will actually have an opportunity, won't you, in the time that you're up there to experience that weightlessness.
Yes. Oh, I can't wait for that.
Are you going to do all those somersaults you see the astronauts doing?
I will, but I really want to focus on looking out that window as well and just absorbing and pulling in what I can for that few minutes that I'll be up there.
So how long does the trip last?
I think the whole experience being in orbit might be 10 minutes maximum.
Yeah.
But from what I understand, whether you're up there for 30 days or 10 minutes, it's the same perspection. You
Yeah.
just like really just like it's, you know, the what you absorb in your mind is just mind blowing. It's just wow.
I
So
can't
I'm
even
very
imagine
excited
it.
for that.
You'll be able to prove the world is round.
Well, let's see, because you know it's all reflection of light and bending and all of that. So we'll see.
So you presumably need quite a bit of training just to prepare yourself. Is there a
Yeah,
lot of that?
definitely.
How long is that?
Well, I'm already in the community, and I'm already taking in a lot of information, videos, and stuff like that. And then
Yeah.
when the time is right, and I can, because I'm working on my visa right now, then I'll be able to go up there and take part in the different lessons that they have going on. So I'm just really working on my end to get my U.S. visa together so I
Yeah.
can get up there.
I'm sure you have a good sponsor in Richard Branson.
Well, my situation is a little complicated because I'm married to an American, so
Ah,
I
right,
need it.
okay. Shouldn't
Yeah,
that make it
yeah.
easier?
Not sure because it's been 10 years I've been married to him and I haven't gotten one as yet.
Oh, right, okay. Well, it's definitely time for one. Earlier on,
Yeah.
you mentioned about emotional experience as well. I mean, that's going to be interesting, isn't it? It's not just the physical, but the emotional thing of, wow, I'm in this spaceship, quite a long
Yeah,
way up
yeah.
from Earth, 53 miles above Earth.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I mean, I used to be a flight attendant. I'm fascinated with being high up in the sky.
Ah, yes.
I mean, I'm not going to be jumping out of any airplanes, but you know, that just that trust, that mindset that is there. So I don't have a problem with being very high up. Just that I'm not going to jump out.
That's probably a good thing. Probably a good thing.
Yeah. Unless I see an alien ship passing by, then I'm going to try my best to flag him down so I can go with him, though.
Oh, I'm sure there'll be no problem there. Just stick a thumb out. Just stick a thumb out. Now, you are. I joked at the beginning saying that you are actually going ballistic, but you literally are, aren't you? Because this is not just a new flight, but it's a new type of flight.
Yeah, exactly. Commercial airspace. Yeah.
But not just that. It's actually going on a ballistic flight. So instead of taking off from the ground, this one actually takes off. You have to fly up first, don't you, and take off from kind of mid-air.
Yeah. That's right.
And do you know much about how you're going to be doing that? I'm trying to picture how you get from from one to another.
Well, what I see is that the craft has two other planes attached to it.
Yeah.
Gives it some speed, takes it up, and then when it gets really high, then the two other planes disattach from it, and then that one just like rockets up into the atmosphere, across the atmosphere. Yeah.
So that's going to be so excited. Now, obviously, you talked to Richard Branson, and he's been up there. What sort of advice did he give you?
To just be very mindful, be as present as possible.
Yeah.
Because you can lose the moment if you just like wander off in your imagination or something like that. So I'm very happy that I have a lot of practice in meditation and mindfulness and being aware. So that will really help me to be as present as possible for when I'm going through the experience.
Yes, I mean, and that is something that you focus on, don't you? Now, there's a picture of you now come up on our Facebook page. Trevor's been scanning a series of pictures of space suits and Virgin Galactica Unity as well. So we've had a little slideshow of these things going on. I mean, the Unity 22 mission in July was very exciting, and you becoming one of the early, not just the first Antiguan in the space race, but one of the early tourists, if you like, the early flyers up there. That must be a good feeling as well.
Yeah, that is remarkable, and I'm really happy to know that the craft works really well, and they've actually already had like some activity. Richard Branson going up there and everything, and having his experience.
Yeah.
And then when we take flight with me, he'll be also on that flight as well.
Yeah,
so I'm really excited for that as well. You know, just moving forward and just enjoying having the greatest experience, the greatest adventure of my life.
I bet.
So, yeah, I'll definitely be bringing back an amazing story with me, and the work continues because it's being an ambassador also not just for the Caribbean or my island, but also for Virgin Galactic, continuing the work with them, and just like talking to children all over the world in different schools. So I'm already being prepared for stuff like that and having a very strong support system too. Working with it as a team, sharing the story, sharing the experience with the world as well. So that's amazing.
Well, you will need that support with you. But so you're really looking at a long-term role coming up, aren't you?
Definitely. It doesn't just end with taking the flight. It continues. And it doesn't begin with taking the flight either. It begins now as well.
Yeah.
Being in a community of over 600 astronauts as well and learning with them, finding my tribe through them as well. A lot of like-minded persons too.
You're going to be an astronaut, Keisha.
Yes.
So what about your health and energy business? Is that going to go on hold for a while you focus on this?
No, definitely not. Nope. I continue being a health coach, and I want to do it even more now, establish my business even more now. Just stop dragging my feet with it, kind of, and just like really jump in and do it. So that's what I'm working on now, working on my website now, and working on, a plan to expand my clientele, that I can help as much people as possible. I feel like that's my mission on earth. So I was able to help myself and to heal from high blood pressure and high cholesterol and fibroids and all of this stuff just through a plant-based diet and exercising and mindset shifting. Then these are tools that I can help other people with as well, that they can elevate and shift their lifestyle to a more healthier one. Empowering women, empowering everyone just to be healthier, love yourself enough to take care of you. That's my mission, to keep doing that work.
And this will actually help you, won't it? Bring some more dimensions to that.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And presumably you yourself, will you have to start, you obviously have a healthy diet, a healthy mindset. When we spoke early this morning, you were just preparing yourself. So are you going to have to focus even more on your healthy diet and mindset for the next few months, getting ready to go?
I do feel like, when it comes to mindset and when it comes to diet, I feel like I'm pretty comfortable there. What I'm increasing is the exercise routine. I have been practicing yoga for over a year, every single day, going to the gym and doing some hiking. So now instead I switch the hiking now to 2 times a day. I continue with my daily yoga with my personal trainers as well, just getting my body as fit and strong, not just the body but also the heart, keeping the heart really strong, because even if you're eating very clean and very healthy and detoxing every month, you still need to move the energy in the body and exercise as well. So that's what I'm doing a lot of, and breath work as well. Breath work is also very important.
You make me feel absolutely ashamed.
No shame there. It's a process. It's a process.
I get up at 5 o'clock, grab a double espresso and rush around. Yoga requires, I did yoga once, but it does require a little bit more concentration than I'm capable of at the moment. But that is very impressive.
Yeah.
I think I'll have to come
and
see you.
You do what you can, one step at a time.
Yeah.
And even if you feel like you don't have the time for it, even if you just do 10 minutes, somehow things just move around and then it turns to 40 minutes, 60 minutes, So like you just start wherever you can.
I'll have to think about that again. Yes, you've made me rethink things slightly. Now, your daughter, she's at university in England, isn't she?
Yeah, she just started at Aberdeen University, yeah.
And she's studying science, is that right?
Yeah, physics and philosophy.
So what is, she's going with you? She's going with you. What is her mindset at the moment?
She's excited. She's still processing it. She's not like over the top like me at the moment, but she's so amazing, really balanced and focusing on what she's doing, what she's studying. And, when the time comes, she will cross that bridge. So for right now, she's focusing on her studies.
Yeah.
I'm keeping her out of the interview loop, mainly because she's doing her studies and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you must miss her
really
much.
Happy.
Yes, I'm sure. I expect her friends, there's probably a lot of talk around the university going on about her being an astronaut.
Yeah, she said that the talks had started. Professors started asking her questions. They wanted to know if she was the daughter of the woman. So she said, "Yeah, it's me."
Exciting. So she'll be a celebrity at the university.
Right. Once it doesn't break her focus, because she's there for a reason.
Yes. Well, should help if she's doing a science degree. This will give her new dimensions and new perspectives on things, won't it?
It definitely will, because it opens her up to some really strong mentorship.
Yeah.
But eventually she wants to go into astrophysics. So she's on the right path for that.
She certainly is. Not many astrophysicists will be able to say, well, of course, when I went up to space.
Yeah, exactly.
So do you know when this is going to happen yet, or is it still a little bit vague?
Well, it's definitely a bit early for that to know exactly. I don't know the details as yet, but I do know it will be soon. But soon when, I'm not sure.
Soon when, yes.
Yeah.
And is there there was some talk that it may not happen, something may stop it. Is that still a possibility, or is that just talk?
Well, I do believe that it will happen around maybe mid next year.
Yeah.
Definitely when Anastasia hits her 18th birthday, because she needs to be 18
right,
to venture off in this.
Wow.
But it was all positive talks. I haven't heard anything, or read anything negative about going up. So, yeah.
So what is the thing that excites you most? What is it that fascinates you most about space?
What fascinates me more is just the greatness of it. We're just so small, and this big, vast universe that's just spread out around us. And I feel like it reminds me of how we are with our minds, how we can also expand every time. Just keep expanding yourself like the universe. It just keeps expanding and expanding. So that's a fascination for me, just a comparison of how we are like the universe in that aspect. And just the whole idea of, just being able to experience in my body, in my human body, going up there and seeing for myself what is. So I'm very excited about that.
Oh, I'm sure. I really envy you. I think I do. I'm not quite sure. But one of the things, how are you going to come back to Earth metaphorically, not literally? Obviously, the rocket's going to bring you safely back. But once you've been there, how are you going to follow that?
Well, for right now, I'm just keeping myself in the moment. And when that moment crosses, then I will, we'll see what happens in that moment. Just not going too forward, That
Keisha,
brings on a lot of anxiety.
Yes, there's bound to be. Keisha, thank you so very much for joining me this morning. I shall look forward to talking to you when you come back as well. It's so exciting. Congratulations on taking Antigua into the space race.
Oh, yes. Definitely taking my flag out there.
Yes, have a wonderful time. You're going to have a blast. Oh, actually, no pun was intended there, but you are going to have fun.
I'm taking the whole Caribbean with me, the whole Antigua, the whole everybody.
We will all be with you in spirit. Absolutely.
Exactly.
We'll be